Please stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Yo prometo lealtad a la bandera de los Estados Unidos de América y a la república que representa una nación bajo Dios entera con libertad y justicia para todos.
I love science.
Hi, my name is Becky Barrett. I'm a plant community ecologist, and that means I study groups of plants. I'm a researcher at the Chicago Botanic Garden, and this is an experiment that I'm working on with scientists at the Morton Arboretum. In this experiment, we're growing around 120 native prairie plant species. We're growing them all alone, like this bottle gentian here, which is beautiful, and we're growing them together in groups of 15 species, like this mixture here. We're trying to see whether growing plants together in different combinations can help us make better prairie restorations that are going to support more species and be more stable over time. When you picture a scientist, you might think of somebody wearing a white lab coat and standing inside in a lab. But I get to do my research out here in the prairie. And I love being able to do field work for my research and not just be in a lab. I love that, when I'm working out here in the field, I could spend my entire day just crawling around trying to figure out what plants are growing. And that can sound really silly to somebody who doesn't do that all day, but it's really exciting to me. So I always loved animals and plants growing up, but I didn't know that there was an actual science where you could study animals and plants until I got to high school and I learned about ecology. And I knew that that was something I wanted to do. Because I loved just the idea of being able to learn more about the natural world and learn about animals and plants. I took a night class in restoration ecology, and that was where I learned about restoration, which is rebuilding habitats that are damaged. So kind of going in and trying to help habitats recover. And that was like a light bulb moment for me, because then I understood that I wasn't just doing research for myself, I was kind of doing research that was to solve a problem. When people hear the word biodiversity, they think about the rainforest or the coral reef. But biodiversity can be all around us. We just need to know how to find it. So one of the things that's cool about plants is that different plants need different ways to get their seeds around. So this is a species called Desmodium, and it has seeds that are really sticky. So their seeds stick to my jacket, just like how they would stick to an animal. And I'm gonna carry these seeds around with me all day. And you don't know where I might leave them. I might leave them in a really good spot to grow more Desmodium plants. So like these seeds, this is a goldenrod plant. And these are seeds that are dispersed by the wind. So like when the plant is ready in the fall, these seeds will be released from the plant and they'll like fly away to new habitats, maybe within this experiment and maybe outside of this experiment to grow in other places. When I was studying birds in undergrad and I was working in a lab, I didn't feel like research was the right path for me. And so I went a different way. I was teaching. And I loved teaching, but when I found out about restoration, I went on a totally different path. And that's okay, and that's exciting and interesting. And that was, my career hasn't been just like one straight line, but it's been kind of a wavy line, but I'm really happy with the way that it ended up. And all of the experiences that I had up until this point have really shaped the person that I am now. So I really encourage you to spend some time observing the natural world, learning more about it, finding things you might not have ever known were there. And once you start to learn about stuff, the next goal you might have would be to conserve them, to make sure that these plants or animals that you care about are safe into the future. And then you can think about participating in conservation or restoration work in your area to help take care of these important plants and animals.
For lunch today, we have chicken tenders, mini maple waffles, ranch popcorn chicken salad, stacker box lunch, sweet potato fries, fresh broccoli, ranch dressing, assorted fresh fruit, and a choice of milk.